I have searched and searched and searched and searched for some more for a program to replace Illustrator for live tracing my artwork. Once I left Adobe, once I stopped using Adobe products, I needed to find another resource. Finally, I found this one program. It's completely free. I'll show you right now. When I was using Adobe products, I would use Illustrator, specifically the Live Trace feature, in order to trace my line art and my flat colors and vectorize them. This would create a vector layer that I could then resize to whatever size I needed without losing quality and getting pixelated. So once I ditched Adobe products, I needed a way to vectorize my artwork rather than going through and creating everything in vector, because I just don't like to do that. Right here, I'm using Clip Studio Paint, and I have this file of this shark. What I do is save as a Photoshop file. Once I have the image saved as a Photoshop file, I will open up Photopea. This is a free software. You can remove ads by paying, but I just use the free version, and I will open the Photoshop file from my computer. First, you select your layer. You go to Image, Vectorize Bitmap, and then it comes up with this screen. On the left is your raster image, and on the right is the vectorized version of that image. Now, there are not 20 colors in this one, so sometimes if you keep it at 20, that could mess things up. It could give you some artifacts around the edge. What you do is you can't do one color because the background has to be a color. So you have right here, you have two colors. You have the line art and then you have the background. So we're going to turn that to two colors. And then over here, it has cartoon or photo. So depending on what you're doing, so for my purposes, this is a cartoon. Reduce noise, I never check that one. If you click on it, it take a long time for it to load sometimes. Okay, there we go. I'll click on it again to uncheck it. Merge colors. Sometimes it separates things into different layers. I like to just merge the colors, and I think correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe that the merge colors just merges like colors together so that they're not on separate layers. And click OK. And now your line art is a vector file. So I'm going to do the same thing on the color just to show you what it does with color. So we're going to go to Image, Vectorize Bitmap. So I'm going to count my colors. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the background is 5 colors. Okay, so this automatically goes to 20 colors. So we're going to break that down to 5 colors and see what happens. It doesn't really have much difference. I mean, it smooths out some of the curves and things, but you'd have to take a magnifying glass to actually see the difference, I think. So I'm going to click OK. Then we're going to look. We have our folder here, which has each color on its own separate layer. When you're done, you can export as an SVG file. Then when you want to test it out, open up your vector program. I use Affinity Designer. So we have our vectorized line art. We're not losing quality here when we zoom in, and our vectorized colors. So you can see how smooth those lines are when I zoom in. Photopea is my go-to for vectorizing my artwork. It's the one program I've found that keeps the quality intact, how I like it to be intact. If there are any programs that you use to vectorize your artwork, let me know in the comments. I'd love to check them out.